You gather up behind the wheel with your arms around your sweet one in your Oldsmobile. You're barreling down the boulevard and you're looking for the heart of Saturday night. You got paid on Friday and your pockets are all jingling, and you're looking at the lights and you're feeling all tingling. You're cruising with a six, you're looking for the heart of Saturday night. Well, that's Looking for the Heart of Saturday Night by Tom Waits. Great, great, great tune. I've seen online some tutorials for this song. It's originally played in drop D tuning, but I created a version, an arrangement of it that you can play in open D tuning. Open D is a very, very simple tuning. It's tuned to a D major chord. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. You can look it up online. But I would like to show you what makes the song so simple to play in open D tuning, and I think it sounds pretty good. So all you really have to know, the whole song has 4 chords. So all you really have to know is how to play those 4 chords, one of which is the open D. There's a little tricky part with the a descending bass, which really is sweet and makes the song beautiful. I think it's really the highlight of the song. I'll show you how to do that, and I'll show you how to do the opening. But let's start with just the chords, the 4 chords. So you've got the open D. You just play all the strings. And then you've got a G chord. It's a G with a B in the bass. So the B is on the 5th string, so it's the 2nd string from the top on the 2nd fret. So you put your middle finger there. You take your index finger and you put it on the 3rd string from the bottom, the 3rd string up on the 1st fret. And you take your ring finger and you put it on the 2nd string from the bottom, and underneath the middle finger, so it's on the 2nd fret. That, when you play it, don't play the top string. I mean the 6th string, the upper string. Just play the bottom 5 strings, and that's a G with a B in the bass. Now, the beauty of this song is that for the next chord, you don't actually even have to move your index finger. You keep it where it is, which is on the 3rd string, 1st fret up from the bottom, 3rd string. It's actually the 4th string down. You keep it there, and you take your middle finger, you move it down 1 string on the same fret, the 2nd fret, and you take your ring finger and you move it down 1 string, same fret. And you play the next 4 strings, and that is an A chord. There you've got 3 of the 4 chords of the entire song. Now, the last chord of the song is an E minor 7th chord, and it's even easier to play because you keep your 1st finger and your ring finger exactly where they are, and you take your middle finger and you move it up to the 6th string, the low E string, and you put it on the 2nd fret on that string. And that's an E minor 7th chord. Those are all the chords of the song. So you've got the open, the D major, you've got the G with the B in the bass, and then you've got the A, and then you take that middle finger, move it up on the 2nd fret to the lowest string, and you've got the E minor 7th chord. That is all the chords of the song. Okay, so now I want to show you how that works with the movement. So you've got open. You gather up behind the wheel. Don't touch anything. Then you take you play your G with a B in the bass. With your arms around your sweet one and your Oldsmobile. Now this is the tricky part because there's bass movement, and I want to show you how to do the bass movement, which is transition from this G with the B in the bass to the E minor 7th chord, and it goes like this. So it's, you take this finger here, this is where you are on that B. You take your finger off and you play that note along with the other two the other two strings. So it's an A in the bass now. So it goes from B to A, and then it goes to this, which is the top string on the sixth, the top, well, it's the bottom string actually. It's the sixth string, the low string. And then it goes to the 4th fret. So that's the 5th fret, the 4th fret, and then it goes to that E note. So basically the movement is what I do is, so I start with that G with the B in the bass chord, play it with that open note, take your middle finger off. Then I move all my fingers up and play that, the 5th fret on the low string. And then I take my ring finger and I put it 2 more strings down. So it sounds like that. And you can play all the notes. Then I lift the middle finger and I put my first finger down on the 4th fret, and I keep my ring finger where it is. You see, my ring finger is where it is. And then I go and play the E minor 7th chord the way I showed you before. So the transition goes from like this. And then it goes looking for the heart of Saturday night. And then it goes to the looking for the heart. That's the A chord, open D. So let's do that again. So it's, they gather up behind the wheel with your arms around your sweet one in your Oldsmobile. You're barreling down the boulevard looking for the heart of Saturday night. You can do this too. That's a little embellishment, which is almost like the G, the same G chord with the B in the bass. That's the entire song. It does go though to that other part, which is the G with the B in the bass. Then it goes up to the A, open strings, back to the G with the B in the bass. Stay on that chord. Then you go to the E minor 7th chord, then up to the A chord. That's the entire song. I want to show you the opening because there's that opening riff at the beginning, and it's a really easy one. So basically it's an open A string, so it's the 2nd string from the bottom, or the low, the 2nd to lowest string. Then it's on the B, that's an A note, the B note, right? Then it's the D, right? So it's actually a box. It's 1, 2, open string, the string underneath it, and then you slide that up to the 4th fret. Then you put your index finger down on the 3rd fret on the next string, and then you put your ring finger down on the 5th fret on that same string. And then you lift up that finger and play that note again. So it's, and you can play a couple of the strings because it sounds good, part of the chord. So it's then you do that walk down. E minor 7th chord, A chord, I hope that makes sense, and I hope you have fun with it.